Good Friday, everyone. It's a beautiful day out here today. It's a beautiful evening as of right now. Get some light on the subject. Welcome to my live stream. I hope everybody's having a wonderful time today. Hopefully everybody's ready for the weekend. All right, got my laptop here with me today, making sure my live stream is working today, and it is, so I can see what everybody else sees today. All right, so I hope everybody had a great week, like I said, and hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Gonna have a great weekend. We're gonna find out today maybe what some people are gonna be doing this weekend. Such a beautiful day out here today. All right. So we'll get right into this live stream here. All right. Anyway, it was a pretty good week this week. Hopefully I'm off to one side so the comments don't come up over here and block me. I'm trying to be on one side of the screen here today. But yeah, we'll see if anybody's able to come in today. Friday the 13th, hopefully nobody's superstitious. So yep, hopefully everything's working great today. Alright, so if anybody has just come in, I see on my thing here there's 4 people in. Hopefully everybody is going to have a great weekend this weekend. Anybody who came in to the live stream here, just say, hey, how's it going? I think there's a little bit of a lag on the laptop here. I'm just working on this here. Alright, actually it shows on my computer who's in. And it actually shows the comments before I see them up on the screen up here, I think. It says Dale Hoffman's first. And Kim says howdy. And Dale says, when did you get the laptop? Oh, maybe I should turn on my chat thing here. That's why I'm not seeing them. Alright. I'm hoping I'm off to one side here so you can see me and the comments at the same time. I got the laptop from Blake. I've been working on getting my videos all tagged and getting cards and stuff into them. Hello, Kaylee. The Vampire 9013 says hi. So yeah, it's kind of nice to have the laptop here with it. I got it hot-spotted to my phone right now. So it's got a little bit of a lag on the video, but that's all right. I can still see what's going on. It says that I get the comments 30 seconds after you send them. I did not know that. Cool. Awesome. I did not know that at all. And, oh, Kaylee's got her Halloween costume on. Too bad we can't look at that on here. Dale says, hey, Kaylee Bear, when are you going to start a Facebook? I am going to work on that with her, or Nick might do that. Nick might help her out with that. I think he said he might try to do that. So anyway, yeah. So what's everybody's plans for the weekend? Kaylee says she doesn't know, but I think Nick said he wanted to start a Facebook channel for her, so we're going to have to get that going. But yeah, I got the laptop from Blake. He had a whole bunch of stuff he had a whole bunch of like 3 or 4 laptops at home, and he decided to give me one of them, which is a good thing because I needed to get my stuff on my YouTube channel straightened out. I don't think it's getting them sooner. I think I didn't have my where it shows my comments on here. I turned them on. Now I'm getting them at the same time on the laptop as I'm getting them on here. Yes, Kim. I think somebody else said that. Let's see. Yeah, Kaylee said that earlier that she's got her costume on. And she's a goddess in pink. I can't wait to see it. We'll have to vlog about that this weekend, I think. Get set up for Halloween. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Evelyn Hoffman says hi. So if there's very much lag in this, I'll probably turn the computer off. But I went onto the computer on incognito so that it wouldn't be, I don't know if it would be transmitting through me, so I didn't want to do that, so I went incognito. So one thing we're going to be doing, I believe, what date is it? What date is it that we're going to be doing the pumpkin carving? I cannot remember. I think it's the 23rd or 4th. It's on a Saturday. It's next Saturday, I think it is. So this week maybe this weekend for the vlog, I'll go out and get some pumpkins. Hi, Dad. How you doing? He says hi to the #1 son. I'm always going to be #1 there, I guess. That's not going to change. At least not as far as age order anyways. So how's everybody's week been? Kim says hi to Terry and Evelyn. Mom says doing great. Went to Weaver Lake Park today. Ooh, that's a treat for you, I'll bet. And we're doing the pumpkin carving on the 21st, Mom says. All right. Yeah, I don't know how the camera is on the laptop. I don't know if it would work out very good anyways with the laptop. There might be too much of a lag in the laptop to do this on a laptop here. But I might turn off the laptop. But it tells me how many people are watching sooner than it tells me on the phone here who's watching. So yeah, we got to pick up a couple pumpkins because that's going to be next weekend that they're doing that. Vampire 9013 says hi, Terry. All right. Kaylee asked me how work is. It's about standard, I guess. It's nothing too much fun, but that's why they call it work. All right, so Kim says, how do you like it? Which means Weaver Lake Park. I bet it's super colorful now. And Mom says it was nice. Also went to Fish Lake Park. Nice there too. I don't know if I've been to Fish Lake Park. Terry says hi 9013, and 9013 is Kaylee, in case you're wondering. Kim asks Mom if they're walking or doing more than that. Let's see here. All right, so we got a couple more people on here. Taking right off from Wednesday here. And Kim wants to know if Mom has pictures of it. And Mom said she did some walking there. Mom, what did you think of that park? That was, I think it's a really pretty park with the lake there and everything. Did you go slide down the slide, Mom? Anybody who just came in, just go ahead and chime in by saying I'm here. All right. All right, I might just Evelyn Hoffman says that it has a nice trail. You can do a figure-8 walk there. Kim said, did you see what Kaylee is wearing for a costume? And my mom says, yes, I have pictures. Oh, Mom says, yeah. Evelyn Hoffman says, yes, I have pictures of the park. No, Kim, I did not see what Kaylee is wearing for a costume just yet. I'll have to check that out. We'll have to vlog about it this weekend, and people can see it next Tuesday. There should be a vlog out next Tuesday. Not quite exactly sure what we're going to do this weekend on Saturday because it's supposed to rain. Probably, I think we're going to be going up to my parents' place, though. If it's going to rain, I don't think we're going to go out to Interstate State Park on Saturday. But Kim and I haven't had much of a chance to talk about it just yet. What's going on. So what's everyone's scariest Halloween memory? Dale says. Kim says a pink goddess. My scariest Halloween memory, I can't remember the name of the people, but I remember the people down the block close to 93rd Avenue that always had the most scary house in the bunch, and they had a whatever you call it, a fake person or whatever, like a scarecrow, I think, or something like that, and he dropped it down from the roof, and right in front of us when we were walking up to the door to say trick or treat. That was probably my scariest thing because it was totally pitch dark there, and all of a sudden this thing right in front of me. So that was the most scary thing, I guess, that I ever experienced. Hi, Big Releo, how you doing? Missed you on Wednesday. And Big Releo says, hi all. By the way, I'm repeating all the comments because in post-production, the comments do not show up on the live stream post-production. Vampire 9013 says, Mom got me a Mickey Minnesota shirt and Mom is making funny faces. Haha, she's a nerd. And she got me a red dress. They're cool, you will. Dale says we always skipped Arvigs or trick-or-treating. Yeah, we always did. They always did their own thing, that's for sure. The Arvigs. They even burned down their house near the end of it, I think. Found you computer Halloween costume last night. Who'd you find a Halloween costume computer one, Mom? And Big Releo working. Yes, I am working. I'm in between jobs. I don't have to pick up my next thing till about 9:30. And Dale Hoffman says, Big R, welcome back. And Big Releo is overnight, if that's a question, if I'm working overnight. Normally on Fridays I'm done by about 11 o'clock. Because after the next thing I do here, I'm usually done. But I'm covering for somebody else, another driver. So I'm going to be covering somebody else. So I'm not going to be done till later than that, probably about 2 in the morning now. But I didn't start today till about 4:30. Someone throwing a pumpkin out of the top of the tree, my dad says. That was Dale. Remember that? As a tree in the front yard. My mom says, hi, Big Releo. Anybody who just joined into the live stream, just go ahead and say hi. Welcome to my live stream. I'm having a lot of fun doing these live streams. It's awesome. Big Releo says hi 11, and Terry Hoffman then says that their house blew up. Oh, I thought it was a fire. Big Releo says hi Kim. I didn't know that their house actually blew up. Dale says he put the pumpkin in a backpack and then he climbed up the tree and then he threw it out of the tree. And my mom says, remember your computer costume, Dale. Oh, by the way, if I do go to my parents' place this weekend, I got a special treat for you. It's a costume I used to wear. I used to wear when I was a kid. And my mom said she found it up in their attic. I think she said she found it. So I'll be wearing that in tomorrow's video if we go to my parents. So that'll come out Tuesday, or it'll be out Tuesday or Thursday. Computer costume had a video game controller. Dale says, a scary moment on Halloween as a man dressed as Frankenstein popped out of nowhere. That was good. They got me good. Where was that at, Kaylee? Dale says, Dad was on the news when the house exploded. Oh, I did not know he was. Had no idea. I wonder if they had a oven or something that was leaking gas or something. Vampire 9013 says hi Dale, and Dale says hi back. Kim says hi Big Releo. My dad says that the house blew up and then there was a fire after that, which makes sense. Question, are you joining Halloween this year? Who are you talking to about that? And Big Releo says hi, Vampire 9013, which is Kaylee, my daughter. Around the block. We could, I'm not sure, I gotta figure out which day Halloween is. I don't know which day Halloween is, so we're gonna shut this off, I think. All right. When the house blew, Dad fell off his chair and stared at the ceiling. he probably thought it was his house or something. At least he didn't crap his pants, right? Dale says he was only kidding. And Dad, would you ask me? I could join Halloween this year if I can't. I don't know what day of the week Halloween is on. What day of the week is Halloween on? I don't even know. I'd have to look at the calendar. Hey, Uncle Dan, how you doing? He says he finally got on with his main computer because his iPad wouldn't show the live chat. Maybe you need to update the YouTube. Lori, Kim's sister, Lori, Kim's sister had to update her YouTube app before she could get on this thing. She came on Wednesday. Looks good, thank you. And Kim says hi Dan. Uncle Dan, you have snow on the ground yet? Dale says he lives up, Uncle Dan Townsend friend lives up in Fort Francis, Ontario. That was where I was born. Since then, the hospital has been tore down since then. I don't know exactly how that worked out, but I'm sure my mom knows exactly when the hospital was torn down and why. Hi Dan, welcome. By the way, for the people that are new on the live stream, I'm reading the comments because post-production does not show the comments. So Lori made it known to me that she didn't really know what I was talking about on post-production. So I'm reading them as much as I possibly can anyways. When's Blake gonna get here? It took me 2 days to think of a joke for him. I don't know, somebody better go tap him on the shoulder. Mom, Kaylee. And Blake, I want Blake to type in his story when he gets on about about what we left on Wednesday. Uncle Dan says no snow yet. It's been quite warm actually. We were in the hot spot in Ontario yesterday. Awesome. Oh, Blake's sleeping. I should have wrote down the message he sent me. I can't pull it up right now. Wake his butt up. He can go back to bed later. But Uncle Dan, how's it been going? How's it been going up at the farm and up at your place? If I yell loud enough, he will wake up. Blake! Put the phone up to his ear, Kaylee. I'll yell at him. That's what Dale said, by the way, the last comment. But, yeah, I got to get going on getting a passport so I can go to Canada again. I used to go back and forth to Canada quite a bit, but since they had the passport thing going on, I have not gotten a passport yet. Kelly says she'll be right back. She's going to wake him up. We'll see how that goes. Is Nick awake too? Blake's got a story to tell about punching or getting into a fight at school that wasn't his fault whatsoever, but he just defended himself. He's got a couple stories about that. And Uncle Dan says going good. Dan is my uncle, by the way. This is Evelyn's brother. What's Dwayne up to? Does he know about these live chats? Dale Hoffman, I don't want to tell about Blake's new girlfriend till he gets here. Well, that's news to me. It might even be news to him, Dale. He hasn't told me about any girlfriend yet, but that doesn't mean anything. I think this is turning out to be one of my favorite things to do on my channel here. This is a lot of fun. I get to see everybody's comments and chat with everybody more than I normally would. So yeah, hey Kim, what you got any plans for this weekend like you had all last weekend? Dale says her name is Tara. Something to do with tearing something? Tara knee? Oh, missed your live stream Wednesday. I had to work overnight also. Yeah, every day I start work about Monday through Thursday. I start work at 2, but then I got this lull in the middle between about 7:30 and 9:30, right in there. It's that's and then I don't get done with work until about 2 or 3. So Dale says he spilled the beans. So that's why I'm able to do these live streams at the time I'm able to do them, because I got this lull in between where I got space where I drop one thing off and I got a couple hours before I got to pick up my next thing. So Kim Hoffman says no, not really. Doesn't have any ideas. So we'll talk about it tonight when I get home, if you're awake. And Dale says, you got the joke already, tear a meniscus. So you work 9:30 to 7 a.m. What type of work are you in? Big Releo says he works 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. 7:30 a.m. That's not too bad. Then you got time to spend during the day before you have to go to work. Then that's pretty cool. So you must work 4 nights then, unless you're going to work soon. Vampire 9013 says, me and Mom are still laughing hard over here about the terra thing, Kaylee. It took a day to come up with that Terra joke, so laugh or I'll take it, or I'll take both. So laugh with it or laugh at it. I'll take both. You like my hair, Kaylee? Does it look that bad or does it look that good? You being sarcastic? Oh, you work for a cable TV company. Okay. Yeah, we got our internet right now through Comcast right now. It ended up being a little bit cheaper and getting a lot better internet at home than we used to have CenturyLink, and it did not work out well. It was not enough, and we were paying almost as much as we're paying right now for what we're getting now, and I can watch stuff now in 1080, sometimes in 4K. So I thought cable TV went out with the 90s. My mom says grown. All right. Well, if there's anybody on here that's got any questions for me, go ahead and fire away, and I can answer them to the best of my ability. Dale's a smiley emoji. Cable is still there, Dale. I agree with that. Cable is still going strong. Sometimes it's better than the dish, as far as I'm concerned, because you don't have to worry about satellites. Don't worry about the funny hi that I said in my head and the way my mom said it. My hair's good, thank you. Yes, Comcast. Yes, yeah. I don't watch much TV. I got Netflix, so I don't have a TV subscription anywhere, but my internet is through there. You've been 34 years in Comcast? Wow. It's a lot of years. Are you I suppose if it's overnight, you're not an installer. You would probably work in the office then. Hey, bro. Hey, sis. How's it going? Lori Johnson's back in the chat. Dale, how's your kids doing and wife? Yes, that's one thing. After my last live chat, I realized I've not asked how Michelle was doing and asked how Wyatt was doing and Zane. Kim says, hi, Lori. Lori says, hey, sis. You guys must see the comments before I do. So has Leah saw the Kyle at all? Dale says, Wyatt is getting tall, Dale. Zane is a tough little man. Auntie Shell has her hands full. I'll bet she does with 2 boys. Boys are a real handful. Girls are a handful later on in life. My mom says, hi, Lori. And Kaylee says, hi, Lori. How you doing? Dale, is it Lori or Aaliyah on the chat? Because they were sharing the phone the last time. In the field doing maintenance on the system. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think you were doing resident stuff if you worked overnight. So you're taking care of stuff that, like emergencies and stuff like that then. That's pretty cool. Awesome. All right. Kaylee was an angel, but now is a handful. Yes, she is a handful right now. Oh, you work of a cherry picker, like a bucket truck. Awesome. So you got the big crane that comes up, and so you can get up to the lines. Cool. Awesome. No, Leah has not seen Kyle. Cool. Nick looks like he's having trouble cutting pizza and he said derp. You guys eat pizza again tonight? You guys just like pizza too much. Is he practicing for his ballet class? Is that it? That's a joke from Wednesday's live chat here. Lori says hi to pretty much everybody. Evelyn, Dale, and Kaylee. You got that right, Lori. Kaylee says. So, Lori, Kim, I was talking to the people at Dynamics/T-Force about the job and everything, and the guy I was talking to named Jamie, he was saying he wouldn't mind having somebody to clean his house, so I gave him your company name. He lives up in right in the corner, like Albertville, Otsego area, right in there. Blake's up now. He'll be on soon. When I type Aaliyah, the spell checker does not like it. No, it kind of goes to Aliyah or something like that. IYA or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't. Nick told Kaylee to derp. I want to know the exact definition of derp, because I don't know that definition. Another one of those millennial words. It goes to rally. Really? Oh, awesome. Thank you. All right, you're welcome, Lori. Yeah, I was talking to him, and he was talking that his wife recently had a baby, and yeah, his wife just recently had a baby, and she had a rough delivery, and she's really having a tough time because she's got another kid as well, and there's a lot of comments going by here. He told me to tell you, derp. I'll read these as quick as I can, but yeah, he told me about I'll lose my train of thought. He told me about the fact that there's a lot of stuff in their house that they just can't clean because they don't have time to do it with the kids and his wife getting better. So I gave him your name. I gave him Van den Holk name. Van den Holk Cleaning, if you're in the Minneapolis area and you need your house cleaned. Very reasonably priced. It's not a brand deal, but maybe they'll sponsor me later in the future here. Lori. All right. Another term for millennials, you see, this channel is sketchy or sketch. Yeah, that is one of them. And Kaylee's wondering if Val is coming on. Tell your computer to learn it, Dale. That's right, Dale. Get the name right, Lori says. Or is that Lori talking, or Leah talking now? Thanks for warning about Blake coming on, my dad says. Aaliyah added to dictionary. Thanks, Mom. Yes. All right, got to think of a question for everybody to answer here. You're welcome, Dale. All right. So let's see. All right, the question from Wednesday. How's everybody liking my regular vlogs? And is there anything that you would like to see more or less of on my vlogs? I just want some constructive criticism to get to hone my skill, I guess you could say, to what people want to see. If anybody news on the chat, go ahead and say hi. All right. Oh, this is Lori. Okay. So, yep. I see people coming on and off the chat here. If any, I guess just Vampire Nick is making funny sounds, and he says, "Ha, goatee." Goatee, is that goatee or goatee? All right. That's the question I have for this live stream, one of them. I'll have to think of some more questions, maybe. Good to hear from Dan. I agree with that. Somebody from Canada. Have to tell, all right. Missing Hi George 95. Hopefully he comes on tonight. He's from Nova Scotia. So Uncle Dan, I see you went down to Two Harbors Tuesday. How was that trip? Must have been really nice. Hopefully it wasn't too cold there. By Lake Superior, it gets pretty cold up there in the North Shore. The North Shore is, you got Minneapolis down here, and you got Duluth up here, and then the North Shore runs up into Canada. And Kim and I and the family visit that minimum of once a year. All right, here's Blake's story. So basically, a guy named Daniel stood in front of me and started swaying and taunting me for about 4 or 5 minutes straight before trying to right hook me as I ducked out, punching him in the gut. Blake's still taking all the pizza, Kaylee? Lori says she loves my last vlog where everyone was involved all the way through to the end. Everyone had a line to say. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was something. We were up at your parents' place, and I decided, oh, maybe that'd be a cool idea. So I got little post-it notes and wrote one line down for each person so they could memorize it. And it took me about 5 or 6 vlogs to memorize that whole saying. But yeah, that's what my channel's all about. It's all about coming out of your shell and coming out of your shell. Oh, somebody's a little upset at somebody out on the road out here. Dan says it was fun, but a little chilly. We spent the night, 2 nights in Duluth. Who'd you go with? Is it legal to chat from another country? I don't know. As far as I know, everybody chats to each other in every country that I know of. Blake says, before uppercutting him in the chin, I stumbled backwards. He stumbled backwards looking super dizzy, tried to still swing, and I dodged a slow weakened punch before getting bored of punching him in the face as he. No, only if you yell loud enough, it's legal. Fell over unconscious. That's the decking the guy story. Oh, I was going to ask you if you went with Walter. I didn't get a chance to look at your post yet on Facebook. I'm going to be looking at that after this. I kind of ran out of time. I had to hurry up and get to the live stream. But I did see that your post was on there. It's a lot easier to chat than to try and yell to somebody across the border, though. Blake, you should be a writer. Say hi to Walter Ragoza for me, by the way. Maybe he can join a chat sometime. Blake should be a writer, my dad says. Yeah, you should tell him also about the story in the alley on the way home, Blake. That's another story. That story would be the reason why he got medically discharged from the Army. He went in to try and go into National Guard, and he got a medical discharge because his shoulder was screwed up. He went into basic training down in Georgia, and he couldn't do the push-ups or the pull-ups that they wanted him to do, and his shoulder was so bad that and they couldn't do nothing about it, so they had to medically discharge him, which was a real bummer because that's what he's wanted to do since he was a little kid. So Blake, looks like you're gonna have to write a book because my dad says he's gonna read your first book. All right. I think Uncle Dan's starting the book. Blake, take notes. It says it was cold and stormy night. All right, well, if anybody new's on the chat, I don't know who's on and who's not on. It just shows me how many people are on. If anybody new's on the chat, just say hi. Chime in. Let us know you're here. What hours does Uncle Dwayne work? Dan? Uncle Dan? I'm a nerd. What makes me a nerd? But pretty much everything. My dad says he might read it. Obviously you need to read book. Obviously you read books, Uncle Dan. Or I'll say Uncle Dan, but that was from my mom. Brother Dan from you. All right. So anybody got any questions for me? Or you can chat amongst each other, that's fine too. No problem. So I'm sure Blake's writing his book, another book about his other story. But yeah, I remember dropping him off down there at the armory down there in Bloomington, saying goodbye to him, and then he was super bummed out when he had to come back. I wish you can do a live chat for 2 hours. I don't know if I can do that. I have to end it at 9 o'clock probably, or shortly after 9 o'clock. Hour and a half seems to be pretty good anyway. Everything makes you a nerd. Dwayne was in town after work this evening. I'm not sure if he knows about the chat or not. Go ahead and let him know, see if he's interested, see if you're interested in coming in. But yeah, Lori couldn't even get on the chat on her cell phone until she updated YouTube to a later version. So. Did you forget I was here, Dad? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I forgot you were here, he says. Or you were there. So is Uncle Dwayne still working in emo? And is he doing anything on the farm at all? It's after 9. Oh yes, it's after 9 p.m. there. It's 8:18 here. They're on Pacific, or they're on East Coast time over there, and it's 9:18 down there. I hope this isn't too late for you. I love to be a writer, but don't know if I can write enough to make a full book with enough pages. You could just write like Charlie Brown. Not that anybody would understand it, but you got the what? You got the smile, laugh. It's Friday. It's Friday there too. Yes, Dwayne's still pushing lumber. Lori says if I don't, you won't know if you can write a book unless you give it a try, Blake. Dwayne's still pushing lumber, so. I suppose summer was pretty busy for him. Does it get a little less busy in the summer for him? Terry Hoffman, write a comic book. That's what he says. Take some writing classes. There you go, Blake. Go to college for writing. That's right, Lori. My mom says. I don't think he's doing much on the farm, but by the time he gets home, he's pretty bushed. I think he's getting old. Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, I'm sure if he's pushing lumber all day long, he's getting pretty tired from that. I know I would be. Find a subject you are interested in. Talking to Blake. Lori's talking to Blake. Yeah, Dale Hoffman put up a video on our Facebook page. I wouldn't mind putting that up on my YouTube channel if I could maybe try to somehow cut it down. If you get, maybe if Dale could make me a shorter version of that video, I wouldn't mind putting that up on my channel just for people to see what I was like when I was a kid. It's a video of us being up there. I think I was 21 years old. We were up at my grandparents' place up in Canada, and it was a haying season. And my parents had this old camera that was about this big, and you put it up on your shoulder and you film it. And actually, Dale did a pretty good job of digitizing it and stabilizing it. And I wouldn't mind showing that on my channel if Dale's okay with that. If everybody in my family's okay with that, is what I'm saying. But Uncle Dan was in it, Uncle Dwayne was in it, my cousin Ronnie, and me and Dale, and yeah, so you could see some of my extended family if he wants to do that. And my mom says we're all getting old. Yeah, I agree. Spring, summer, and fall are Dwayne's busy time. It slows in the winter. Yes, probably because people aren't building too much in the winter time. What you been up to, Evelyn? Ask Lori. Yes, Dwayne is the baby of the family. Yeah, funny fact. My Uncle Dwayne's 5 years older than me. So it was. I had an uncle that I pretty much could hang around with because he was pretty much my age. It was really weird. It was really cool. Dale says we can talk on the phone. We'll edit it for you. Maybe I can stop up by your place one of these days and get that done. Where are you, Kim? I asked Lori. You want to relive that again? It just kind of shows what kind of shape I was in at that time. I always lifted weights and I was always in the gym back in them days. When I was still really young. Haven't been in the gym for years now though. Kim's still here. I just heard a kid saying nuts outside. Blake's got another story for us. So after school, I was walking up to my little sister's school to pick her up. I got 1.5 blocks to there before noticing my friend in the alley getting beat up, bleeding everywhere. And we'll get to that later when he types in the next one. Lori says, "Hey, Chickie, what you doing?" Talking to me? I'm doing just great. I know you're talking to Kim. Some stuff for you to put on the thumb drive. Bring one. I'll have to bring I'll bring a thumb drive with me. Either I could bring the thumb drive or bring my computer along with me. That'll work too. Thumb drive would be the way to go, though. I'm about to watch Wonder Woman. You? Wonder Woman? What do you got, Wonder Woman? Where are you going to watch that off of? Is that on Netflix? So, Lori, you got my schedule done? She's with Vandenhoek. She does the schedule. She makes sure people are at work, and if they're not at work, then she has to cover for them. The old one or the new series of Wonder Woman? Lori asks. Ooh, there's a new series of Wonder Woman? Is that on Netflix? I'm interested in seeing. I haven't seen anything of that yet. Oh, you got it off the red box. Oh, okay, okay. You have 5 pages already, Blake. Yeah, Blake, you could do a biography of your high school days. Just if you write it on Post-it notes, you don't have to have as many pages. Nick, where's your dirt bike? I don't even know if Nick's been on here yet. I haven't seen him yet. Haven't seen him type anything in yet. I don't know if he's on here or not. Yeah, if you get one of those little children's books, Blake, those little ones that little kids have, you could write your stories on little books like that. Vampire 9013 says she's got a new video out. Go check it out. She's been getting. I gave her some telephone editing software to work on her videos with, and she's been working on it. She's been getting better on it. It's just a free app called Cyberlink Power Director. If anybody wants to know, it's that's what I actually use on my videos. Is Cyberlink Power Director right now. Eventually, I'm going to be getting. Software for a computer here, and then I'm going to buy a camera. Right now, I'm using my cell phone to do everything. So eventually, I want to get a really nice camera and get my videos to be that much better, hopefully. Lori says she's working on it. You're working on the schedule, so you're multitasking. Good thing you're female, because I know I'm not very good at multitasking. Dale's leaving for a bit. See you in a little bit, Dale. Another diaper? Taking a break from it to chat a bit. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. I know all you want to do is get that schedule done, I'm sure. No, Kim's wondering if the schedules are done. Lori says not yet. Oh, Vampire 9013 says, I'm better than you at it, Dad. I'm a pro. Our new Chrysler Pacifica is great. Trying to figure it out. Well, I'll drive it for you. I'll figure it out for you. I'm glad you're enjoying your new vehicle. I really enjoy the vehicle you gave us. That thing has been really good. definitely a step up from the Malibu we had. That thing was just plain wore out. Blake's continuing his story. I quickly charged over to them. What was the end of the last part? Let's see. His friend was bleeding everywhere. So we quickly charged over to them, shoving the offensive one off the defenseless one, pulling him to the side for protection purposes before turning around and realizing the other readying a Sparta kick. And we'll continue that chat when he gets done typing again. Lori Johnson says, your vlogs are improving all the time. Yes, thank you, Lori. That's the plan. I'm getting a lot better at the editing. Although once I get an editing software on a computer, it's going to be start all over time again because I got to figure out where everything is. But I do want to graduate to that because I'll be able to do a lot more with my edits. And I'm getting a lot better with the camera too. Getting the camera in the right place and getting it, moving it in and out at key times. That's the hardest thing to learn. Malibu's out in our front, out in the street in front of our house. That's Blake's training car, but now that he hurt his knee and he hurt the knee that he pushes on the gas pedal with, I haven't been able to get out with him. He needs to get some practice in, but with his knee so bad, I don't think he'd be able to be comfortable driving it. Good? That car isn't good. It was a super good. Kaylee, are you saying that which car are you saying is super good? Anyway, if anybody's on the live stream that hasn't chimed in yet, go ahead and chime in. Let me know you're here. I really appreciate everybody coming on to the live stream and having a chat with me. This is really nice. I enjoy this. Not only that, but it passes time away. So I don't have to sit and do nothing for the whole time. I would go home in between, but they're like you've seen in my recent vlogs. They got it all tore up, but I'll show you in the vlog tomorrow. They got it all flattened out now, and today they're running the flatteners across the road in front of our house, and they got cables across in front of all the driveways so nobody can drive on the road. I think they're going to be putting some stuff on there pretty soon. The lawn has become my new garage for a while. Oh, you're just gonna park in the yard? Yeah, it's hard to get our car into our garage right now because we have to go out of the alley because we got to make a total 180 into our garage out of the alley. Grandma, Kaylee's talking to Grandma and Grandpa about their car. That car isn't good. It was a super good. Is that what you're saying, Kaylee? You're talking to Grandma and Grandpa? How about Grandma and Grandpa's car or whose car? Or are you talking about the white van? So you're just gonna park the van in the yard, or you're just using that for a turnaround point? But yeah, they're hopefully they're getting some tar on that road pretty soon there, or whatever they're gonna put down. That'd be a really nice thing if they did that. Because it's been a long summer not having a decent road to drive on, and it's been kicking up a lot of dust all the time when people go by. It really stinks for that. Blake, continuing the story, spider kick, which is a really strong kick. He already had the kick going, kicking my left shoulder at a perfect angle, hearing multiple cracks and not being able to move my shoulder up or to the side. I jumped up quickly and we'll continue that in a little bit. How long has the street been ripped up? Big Leo says. That has been ripped up since, I want to say, June. They're doing a whole bunch. They were doing a whole bunch of stuff with the drainage, I think, or something like that. I think that's what they were doing. I don't know exactly what they were doing. I didn't really pay too much attention. And just every day they'd have part of the road dug up, and they put a lot of big cement things underground. So I'm assuming it's something to do with drainage. Maybe the old ones were getting old and they wanted to replace them. But it was a project that they told us about last year. So we were expecting it, but still doesn't make it any better. Just about maybe, what was it, about 4 years ago, Kim, maybe? They tore up the road by our house to fix the sewage, stuff like that. And that took all summer for that year too, so that was a real pain in the neck. Because they were constantly banging and banging outside our house in the early morning hours. And I think they only had like a few guys working on it, so at that time, so it took them all summer to do it. And then they got one layer of they got a layer of cement down, and they didn't even get it tarred till the next spring. Terry says, "Thanks, Kaylee. We really like it." Terry, off on page 10 right now on Blake. Bird just hit the window. Bird just hit the window. What's a bird doing flying at night? Kaylee's in the living room. Another writer, right? He says Dan. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. It was only a few years ago they tore up our street in front of our house. Now they tore it completely out and they're rebuilding the whole thing. Kim, parking takes 15 minutes or so. Backing up and going forward, barely get in the garage. I have to back up, get out of the lawn, and get out of the lawn while trying to take a tree out on the way. Yeah, I know. Maybe we could cut that tree down. Only kidding, she likes that tree. She likes that tree a lot. And Blake is continuing his story. Yeah, maybe it was a bat. I agree with Big Releo. That's what I did. If something hit the window, it's a bird. It would have been a bat at this time of the day. It's too dark out. Blake says, throwing myself toward him using all my weight. Final Superman punch to the bottom right side of his chin into a wall, hoping he'd fall over, not moving, give a chance to move away with my. And that's the end of that. It's probably all the characters you can put into one sentence. Bird must have been trying to get the chat too. That's ridiculous, Kim. Yeah, it's a pretty tough thing getting in and out of our. I wasn't kidding when in the last video. I wasn't kidding. Or last Tuesday's video, I wasn't kidding when I was saying it's getting difficult to get in and out of the driveway. And then now they got it so we can't even back out into the street to get into our garage now. So I knew it was going to come to that eventually, but still not liking it. Good one, Dan. That's what Kaylee says. All right, anybody just joined the chat, go ahead and say hi. Blake's trying to give your characters names. Oh, give your characters names. That's a good idea. Maybe Blake should make a couple YouTube videos about his experiences. Those two experiences, put it up on his channel, Blake Hoffman. I think that'd be a good idea. That's one thing he should do. Then people can go over there and see exactly what happened. He can make whatever names he wants for these people. Might not have some very nice names for a couple of them though. You like my video, Kaylee? Which one? What's the name of it? My dad's Terry Hoffman says, Blake, change the names to protect the innocent. What would that be? Dragnet? Is that there? They said that on? Is that show? We changed the names to protect the innocent. I know. I drove all the way down 3 blocks just to find out they were blocked off. I had to back up all the way to the beginning of one of them. Yeah, we can't go down any of our streets now. We got to go down a couple blocks down as a main road that they don't have tore up. We have to go down there and then go down a block and then over to our alley and back up all the way down the alley because we live at the opposite end of the alley on the corner. So you got to drive all the way through the alley and hope nobody else is coming through the alley. Although, yeah, nobody's coming out of their house down the alley, and then you meet somebody there. That even makes it more fun. So we like living on the corner up until right now at this moment. But I recently put all my videos into playlists in case anybody wants to know. I'll put a card up on the corner with one of the playlists. But I got a playlist for when we went to Duluth in the spring. I got one for when we went to the Badlands. I got one for all my vlogs, and how-to videos that I got up. Not an easy thing to do with cars on each side. Yeah, I mean you got to drive into somebody else's driveway to back up. Yeah, you don't want to back up if it's roads packed. You don't want to back up down a whole stinking block. That's no fun at all. So I can't block off your alley now. No, nobody's going to be able to go past our house in the alley anyways. Because they got the road blocked off with I hope nobody tries to drive on it because it's just a really like a 1/4 inch big around what do they call them? Wire basically. The part when you hit your head on the tree, that's the one. I can't even remember what that one was called. That was a while ago. If I remember what it is, I'll put it up there on a card. How does that sound, Kaylee? In your story, Blake, it's day or night, hot or cold. Where does it take place? What time of the year was it at? How much snow was on the ground? Dad, where am I? I'm up in Brooklyn Park right now. I'm up actually probably about a mile away from Grandpa's house. Maybe I should have done this live stream at my parents' place. That'd be a good idea for next Friday. How about that, Mom and Dad? Next Friday I could drive over there and do the live stream from your house. How does that sound to you? It gets really, yeah, it hasn't rained for a bit now, but when it's raining, it's pretty much more of a sand than a dirt at least. But yeah, I can't keep my cars clean anymore. I wash the car and drive down the road and they're dirty again, so it doesn't matter if it's dust or mud. But yeah, I get some huge puddles when I'm hoping that they get some tar down on there or cement, whatever they're going to do. I don't know exactly what they're going to put down, but they got it all mapped out right now where they're going to put the roads. They got all the little tassels in the middle and lines across the sides. Cables, that's what I was trying to think of. Vampire 9013 says, really? Oh, and Kim says there's no sidewalks either. Yeah, they tore out the sidewalks and I missed page 20 of Blake's story. They're going by too fast. Friend not looking at first as I quickly lifted my friend up and realized the guy's on the ground laid out, taking his items, giving them to my, oh, people keep coming in with, school before leaving walking. To my little sister's school, holding my arm, picking up as I realized, here comes the question, never walk into school with a broken shoulder, you'll never be able to leave. What am I drinking? Just some Mountain Dew. But yeah, I had to go to the bathroom earlier, but I'm not going to tell anybody it's that. I think adding the bloopers in the videos are great. Thank you. Does everybody else think that's a good idea? That was Kaylee's idea. She's been telling me to do that for about probably almost a month, and I finally did it. Kim says you have to avoid rock piles sometimes. And big pits. Yeah, they got them all smoothed out right now, Kim. I think they're going to drop some tar cement down pretty soon. That's what I'm hoping. Kim says it's a very muddy and dusty road. Hey Kim, you need a monster truck. Thanks for Big Roleo. I do, but yeah, tomorrow's video I'll make sure I show the road so you can see what's going on there. That'll come up on Tuesday. I do. Everybody likes it. Okay, that is gonna stay if everybody likes them. Everybody likes the if everybody likes the bloopers at the end, I'll stick them in there. Not everything gets done on one take. That's you see the edits and you take out all the stuff that's mistakes. But yeah, I'll keep putting them in there because there's always going to be mistakes. Do your funny faces from your bloopers. Jeez. Like that? I don't remember all my faces though. Probably more like, oh, or I can't believe that. Or how about this one? Kaylee's got a video that she put at the end of it that this is my favorite emoji. Please. Let's see what I missed. Kim says she wished she had a monster truck. That'd be cool. I agree with that. Maybe we should get you a Hummer or something. All right, Kaylee, Mom says. Evelyn Hoffman says. Blake, your last statement in parentheses is humorous. True. That's great. Keep your story for sure. Yeah, you should make a YouTube video about your stories. I think it'd be good. Please. Is that something I did? Was please? I don't remember. Oh, funny stay. Oh, that funny face. This one here. Or what? How is that what I did on that one? Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what I can do about ending my vlogs with different people saying the outro. I think that was really fun to do. What'd you name your monster truck, Kim? I think she'd call it Big Al. Put a big old sign on the Big Al Hoffman Vlogs. How about that? Yes, and the guy with low volume. Is Dale just repeating everything that Kaylee says? That's what it looks like. You playing the little kid joke? Sounds like a paperback is coming. Yeah, Blake, paperback, or else a digital story. All right. Anyway, let's see what else we got here tonight. Anybody got any major plans for this weekend? Yeah, let me think on that. Yeah, I don't think you would do that anyways, Kim. I already pretty much know that. I think Blake has potential for a series. Yes, he could do a series on his stories from school, I think. I think he's got plenty of them. And Vampire 9013 and Dale Hoffman says, I don't know. And I think Dale just typed in everything you're typing, Kaylee. Just type in a whole bunch of random letters, Kaylee. That way it'll take them a while to type it all in. You on call this weekend for work? No, hopefully you don't get too busy then. You still be able to do something as long as it's close to home, I'm assuming, right? It's a bit confusing, Terry. My first time in the live chat. That's what Dan says. The person or animal that I showed you, Blake. That Blake showed you. Great idea, Kaylee, meaning the bloopers. Yes, I agree with that, Lori. This is a really good idea. I'm watching them after I put them up. It's pretty good. Just have to take the ones out where I accidentally cuss on them. Confusing to everyone. Yeah, it's something to get used to, that for sure. Yeah, cross your fingers. Yeah, I should have been crossing my fingers when I said that. I probably just jinxed you. I hope I didn't. Actually, I was crossing my legs down here, so I think you're good. So we got probably about 10 to 15 minutes left. I'm gonna have to take off in about 15 minutes here, I think. So any questions you got for me, or statements that you got for me, or anybody in the chat, go ahead and ask them soon. And if anybody does happen to be in the chat that's new, just go ahead and ask a question. Just say that you're here, or whatever you want to type in. Where's Aaliyah at tonight, Lori? Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Sure, that was loud. Especially if you guys had headphones in or something, or earbuds. Oh, time flies by on these things. Heck, you got 64 subscribers on your last video, and Dale, please stop copying me. Oh, oh, another person subscribed today, but they must have unsubscribed after that because I had 65 earlier today, but it went back down to 64. It's just hard to it's just really hard to get noticed on YouTube, but there's so many channels out there. Big Releo is laughing out loud. Am I pronouncing that right, Big Releo? Yeah, am I pronouncing that right? Dale's a nerd and Dale's a nerd. At least Dale knows he's a nerd. Yeah, Dale, Mom, he's just reliving his childhood. Hopefully Michelle doesn't have to deal with the garbage cans being tipped over in the house. He's doing it to get your goat, Kaylee. Good, I'm saying it right, good. I was always wondering. I was thinking about that in between chats. So, yeah, let's see. So does everybody like my schedule for live streaming? I'm just basically, I'm basically filling in the days that I'm not posting videos. I don't have time to post videos for every day, so plus I don't know if I would have enough content for it. Uncle Dale says, I don't want to say anything because I'm afraid someone will copy me. Oh, my phone won't let me subscribe, and thanks for reading that, Dad. Uncle Dale says it's rude to copy people. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to get you for plagiarism, Dale. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a copy battle going on now. Vampire 9013 says, oh, it's gonna copy you then, and Dale says, no, no. That'd be an interesting thing to do on the live stream is have everybody that's on the live stream, maybe we can think of something on maybe we can think of something on Wednesday. Think of something on Wednesday. We could alternate. We can alternate through everybody that's on the live stream, and everybody type in a sentence, and then the next person type in another sentence, and try to make a big long story out of it. How does that sound? That'd be an interesting idea. I don't think I've seen anybody do that. And then as I read them, the post-production people won't see them, and I'll just be basically telling a story that everybody on the live stream decided to put down. You don't want to copy Dale. One of him is more than enough, Uncle Dan says. I thought we could get through with no poopy diapers. That was wrong. Okay, Big Releo, how about we plan that for next Friday then? I think Big Releo has to work on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll plan to do that on Friday. Is everybody in for that? Friday at 7:30, we'll plan on it for that, and we'll just and post-production people will just be thinking I'm telling a story because they won't see all the comments on the screen, and I'll just we'll just go into it and do it. Then I think that'd be really cool. That's just something I just thought of just out of the blue here, because I've noticed I'm reading all these. And by the way, if somebody's on here that's new that doesn't know why I'm reading all the comments, is because in post-production you can't see these if somebody's watching it after the stream is over. Just teasing Kaylee, it's a Halloween prank. That's what Dale says. And Kim says, I agree, Dan. You should have used the bathroom if the chat started, Dale. Yeah, that's one thing. Dale hasn't had to commence his hazmat suit today. So how's Michelle been doing? I don't know if I asked you. I wanted to ask you how Michelle is doing. I haven't asked how she was doing on the live streams yet. I haven't talked to her in a long time. Dale says he'd break the changing table. And Aaliyah's on the couch with her. How are you doing, Aaliyah? Have you talked to Kyle at all since Wednesday? Friday works for me, I think. Okay, Friday works. Anybody else? Oh, Nick's on the live stream with a few minutes to go. He just wanted to get at the last second. So if say yes if everybody's up for a story that I read off the comments, that each person just types in a line. Just revolve, type in a line after you see a certain person type in a line, then you type in a line after that. And then I'll just read them all off, and it'll be one long story. All right, talk to you later, Lori. Thanks for coming in. Dale says, Nick, for doing that. He's Vampire says, the Vampire 9013 says, for doing that. I missed a comment. Dale, I like you right now. Laughing. Nick, Dale. Kim Hoffman says, bye, Lori. Uncle Dan says, yes. So we'll do that. You can see if Dwayne happens to be there, he can join in too. But you dropped your phone on your face? Hopefully you didn't get hurt any more than you did yesterday, Kaylee. Nick is either one of last generation X or the first millennials. Yeah, you would have just barely been. Big Releo says, later, Lori. Don't drop your phone on your face. So my next live stream is planned to be Wednesday, and I'm going to plan it for 7:30. Again, that seems to be a pretty good time people are able to get on. I know that means 8:30 for Big Releo, but did your ears ring, Kaylee? Dale says. So yeah, next Wednesday I plan another live stream, and I plan on shooting a video tomorrow and Sunday, and they'll come out Tuesday and Thursday. 2 poopy diapers now. When is this going to end? Says Dale. Let's see. Probably about 2 or 3 years. If you don't change them, then you don't have. If you don't change them right away, then you can wait till it's too poopy that they do it twice, and then you only have to change them half the time. 2000 of the last year of the 19th century, and 2001 is the first year of the 20th. Actually, that is true. Never thought about that. Kaylee says, bye, Lori. So yeah, I got about a minute and a half left, I think, of this live stream. I really, really hate to close down this live stream here because I'm really having a lot of fun here, and I think everybody else is too. No, when's the chat gonna be gonna end? I've got wiping to do. Oh, it kind of stinks, Dale, when you got to change your diaper. Actually, 2001 is the first year of the 21st century. That is true, actually. Never thought about that. Never thought about that. I always thought about 2000, so I guess only true millennial I have is Kaylee. Depends on how you look at the calendar, but Nick can choose. I don't know, he's got enough terms that makes him act like one anyways. Okay, and on a high note, good night. All right, I'll talk to you later, Dale. Thanks for joining in. I'm going to close it down in about a half a minute here. I really want to thank everybody for coming into the stream tonight. This is a lot of fun. I can't believe how much fun this is. It's right up there with actually making and editing videos. This has been a lot of fun. And it's really nice to get to know people. And thanks everybody for coming on tonight. And I'll talk to everybody later. Hope everybody has an excellent weekend this weekend. I know I'm going to do my best, and it shouldn't be too hard because I don't have to work. I'm sorry that big Roleo has to be on call, but hopefully he doesn't have anything to do. So Vampire 9013 wants to know if I'm going to do a slime video with her this weekend. We're going to have to get on that. We're going to have to get on that, Kayla. I'll talk to you about that tonight. And Uncle Dan, thanks. Have a good night as well. And I will talk to everybody later. See you, Big Roleo. And all of us will talk later. That is right. All right. Anyways, close down the live stream right now. Have yourself a great night. I hope to be able to do this on Wednesday if I don't have anything to do in between my two jobs that I have to do for work. Then I will be definitely 7:30 on Wednesday. But I will put up a video 1.5, 2 hours beforehand, letting you know for sure that I'm going to do it. So all you got to do is watch that, and I usually delete them off of YouTube right after the live stream. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. It was a great Friday the 13th. Nothing too bad happened yet, but it's not over yet, but I crossed my fingers, so we're good. All right, I'll talk to everybody later. Thank you so much for joining in. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday if possible. If not, I know some people can't make it on Wednesday, then we'll go on Friday. Friday will be story time. All right, talk to you later. Bye.